Story 1, TIFU Trying to rub one in my new one-room apartment. Today I moved the last bit of stuff from my old apartment, and after having a long day I wanted to unwind. So I sat down by my laptop by the only table I have and went to my ordinary site for adult content. After searching through a cardboard box to find my setup, and after unzipping and getting down to business, I realized that the bedsheet that I placed to cover the one massive window in my new apartment might not be enough to cover my private business. How did this epiphany come to me in this moment, you may ask? Well, I had left the window slightly open, since it gets so incredibly hot in here. And I heard my new neighbor on the other side of the lawn with a balcony facing me say, "I think he's masturbating." Thereafter another voice speaks up, "Yeah, you can see the silhouette." I quickly stopped what I was doing and now I am sitting here, in my one-room apartment wide awake, among cardboard boxes, IKEA bags and garbage bags full clothes and contemplating my life decisions. Unfortunately I can't move once more, when I just newly arrived here. TLDR, I almost rubbed one out and my neighbors saw my silhouette through the window. Edit typos. Edit too well, this blew up overnight. I would like to address that I don't believe that my neighbors were trying to be peeping toms nor creepy, since I'm assuming that they were a bit stunned. As I mentioned in a comment below, I didn't look out the window straight away but replaced the cover with a thicker blanket. And when I finally had the courage to look out, their curtains were drawn shut. With all that said, I won't be asserting any dominance nor will I repeat my mistake again. All in all, I hope my fuck up made you laugh, and as many has said in the comments, live and let live. Squished P says, now you have to sit at that desk with the window wide open watching TV on your PC and shaking a protein shake in a similar manner to jacking it and then turn and make eye contact and wave. Problem? Solved. Edit, get the comment to 10,000 upvotes. Mama wants a new Chief D. Purple King says, hand out glazed donuts to your neighbors as a glad to be part of the neighborhood. Anthroman78 says, neighbor on the other side of the lawn with a balcony facing me say, I think he's masturbating. Thereafter another voice speaks up, yeah, you can see the silhouette. Should have popped your head out to meet the new neighbors, you had a solid conversation piece in hand. Story 2, TIFU, by asking my coworker when he would retire. This didn't happen today but a few months ago. I still cringe about it every so often though. I worked as a pastry chef apprentice at a hotel, and as everyone knows, the work is grueling. Like the stereotypes go, I started smoking and my health went to shit. I gained 10 kilograms from stress even though I was more active than ever. My bosses were assholes who made us work 12-hour shifts even though I was legally not allowed to, but I digress. After a year I couldn't do it anymore and decided to quit. In my last month I got a bit more relaxed, knowing I was leaving and all. On one of my last shifts I was making pretzels with another pastry coworker and the baker. He had the worst shift of all, 4 a.m. till 12 p.m. He was pretty heavy set, huge smoker and drinker. He told me he had been at that hotel for 10 years, worked as a pastry chef before switching to baking. He had done both pastry and baking apprenticeships 3 years each. All in all I assumed he was nearing the end of his 50s, looks wise as well. He was balding and generally looked older, and from the way he talked I just assumed Hess had a long career beforehand, you know? So, in passing I asked him when he was thinking about retiring. Both him and the other coworker freeze, look at each other, and then he looks at me. I can't really read his expression. I'm 36 years old, he tells me. I wanted to die so bad in that moment. Rest assured we didn't talk much after that. Lol, I'm so glad I never have to go back. While I loved the work, knowing that the industry and stress can do one that dirty, good God. Shout out to all gastro workers. FRTLDR, asked my coworker about when he was retiring, not knowing Hess about 25 years away from doing so. Dreadpeer2 says, file this one away for the first time someone asks you when you will retire. Tell them straight-faced I'm 36 years old. Then pause as long as possible before cracking up. Aurora Searching says, I narrowly avoided this once. I had a coworker who's a bit heavy, gray hair, whiskey cigarette voice, moves a bit slow. I thought he was in his mid-60s. One Friday I asked what he was doing this weekend and he told me he was celebrating his birthday. I was about to ask if he was turning old enough to retire, when he told me, yep, my wife wants to take me somewhere nice this year since I had to work last year on my 40th. The oil fields ground this dude into an old man before 40. CorgiMan13 says, I'm in my low 30s and am constantly talking about my retirement plans. Story 3, TIFU, by having my brightness all the way down. Last night, I was sitting in my bed at 1 a.m., scrolling through my computer and watching porn. My entire family was asleep, but I was still nervous I would wake someone up, so I ended up turning the brightness and volume down really low because I broke my AirPods. Anyway, while I'm in bed, I hear a sound outside my door. Naturally, I use all my remaining ONIM energy to rush to close my laptop as fast as I can, forgetting to cross out of the tab. It would be open if you'd open up my computer. Turns out, it was just my dog moving in the other room. The next day, I'm at my high school, just minding my own business, when all of a sudden I'm in my photography class and we need to get our computers out to answer an in-class activity. I had forgotten about my escapades the night before, so I opened up my computer, and it was dead. Or what I thought was dead. I told my teacher, and he let me grab a spare computer to answer my questions. That night, I have an insane amount of work, including an essay to write. I plug in my computer, press the button like 3 times. It's still not working, and I still haven't remembered the fucking nasty porn that was playing on my computer the night before. Now I'm freaking out, because I think that my computer's broken. All of my homework has to get done on the computer. That's when I remember the porn, and alas, my face contorts into something resembling an eldritch horror monster. Here's where I make my decision. Do I ask to get my computer fixed, risking my parents seeing the nasty shit that I watch? Or do I suffer through it like a real one? I start freaking out. I text my friends asking what the fuck I do. I pace around the room like a crazy person, hands in hair and everything. My mom's making dinner and she sees me freaking out. Heart dropping down to below my knees, I answer with a sigh. I'm so enormously fucked. But I have to get my computer fixed. I explain my situation minus the owning porn, and my mom walks over to my computer. My breath hitches. My dad is a computer guy, so I know he's the one who's going to fix it, so I work myself up to telling them, hey guys, so there might be a little bit of porn on my computer. My mom asks, have you tried adjusting the brightness? And she touches my brightness adjuster. Norah Jones is playing. There's a faint smell of onions wafting around the room. And there, in all its glory, is a full-screen image, sound off, of people fucking each other. Yup. TLDR, watched some porn, thought my computer was broken and my mom tried fixing it. She turned the brightness up and there was the full glory of my 1 a.m. rabbit hole. Verk7 says, haha, I'd be more embarrassed my mom fixed my computer by turning up the brightness. Downtown Paris 6509 says, you should have waited for the evening when you could view the screen again. Burlock says, you telling them there might be porn on there only for your mom to ask about the brightness so matter-of-factly, you know, at the point that they understand, don't you? Good for you. Thanks for watching. I love you. Follow Reddit Echoes for more.